everyone, welcome back to Bits and Bob's Divination. My name is Caitlin, and today we're going to be looking into the energy that your week ahead brings. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, everyone, and if you're new, welcome to this channel. I hope you enjoy this reading. I really enjoyed doing these week ahead readings. They've been a lot of fun for me so far, and I hope they've been fun for you too. If you're new to this channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It really helps this channel, and it really helps me know that you're enjoying my content and you're excited to see future readings and what comes forward. So really, really grateful for all who have already subscribed and continue to subscribe to this channel. It means a lot. So let's go ahead and get started looking at each of your three piles. So we have three different piles to choose from for your week ahead reading. So as always, let's go ahead and just look through what each of the piles have in store. So we have this Eastern, I'm pretty sure it's an Eastern Oyster shell. So if this is resonating with you, then this might be the pile for you. So that's pile 1. So for pile 2, we have this marbled stone, but it has a mammoth in the center with like these little trees and everything. So if this is resonating with you, then this might be the pile for you. And then we have pile 3 here, and pile 3 has sort of a sound to it, because it's a seed pod. So if this seed pod is sort of resonating with you, then this might be the pile for you as well. So that's pile 3. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. And feel free to choose any pile you like. Sometimes you'll find that 2 piles or all 3 piles resonate with you, and I find that sometimes that just means for me, when I watch pick a cards, that there might be something within each pile that I need to specifically listen to. So it might not be the overall pile, but there might be something like a little hidden gem just for you. So if you feel like you're in that sort of category or that group, or you're feeling like that's how this is resonating with you, then feel free to watch all 3 piles or 2 piles in a combination. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But if you're feeling like an intense feeling or gut reaction or intuition towards one of these 3 piles, then please feel free to choose that pile. The timestamps will be down below. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with pile 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose this Eastern Oyster shell, or so I believe it is anyway, then this is the pile for you. I'm going to set this right here for you. Okay, so today we're going to be using the charms, the Language of Flowers deck, the Sea Melodies deck, the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, as well as my Handmade Oracle Affirmation cards. So let's go ahead and get started for you. I hope you guys had a wonderful week last week. I know it's been kind of crazy, not only this year, but as of recently, with lots of different events going on, let alone personal things that are happening in your life. So let's go ahead and see what might be coming in for Group 1's week ahead. Group 1, week ahead. Group 1, week ahead. What do we need to know about Group 1's week ahead? The week ahead for Group 1. Group 1's week ahead. Week ahead for Group 1. I can't believe we got the 10 of Swords again. This has been popping up so often, so I hope somebody out there is okay. I hope you're not constantly getting this pile. Okay, so let's keep going. Group 1, week ahead, Group 1. So we also got the High Priestess. Here she is in all her glory. So we have the High Priestess and the 10 of Swords. Let's see what else we have going on for Group 1. Group 1, Group 1's week ahead. What does Group 1 need to know about their coming week? Ooh, we got 2 cards here. So we have the Queen of Wands, as well as the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, very interesting week already. Lots of different types of energy, so it might be reading on different people, or there just might be, you might just have sort of different kind of energies going on for different things in your life. You'll know what these are. So let's keep going. Group 1. Whoa, okay. That was so fast. We got wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty, dance with the waves, and drink in the sunshine. Okay, and what I think is interesting is you have the Queen of Wands, right? And we also have like a crown here, which kind of makes me think, because of the shells, like a Queen of Cups situation. So there's definitely queen energy, female energy, high female energy. Okay, so group 1's week ahead for group 1. Group 1's week ahead. All right, we have adaptation status. Change will be better than you think. Right? That's always good to know. Change will be better than you think. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Change will be better than you think. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say it 3 times, but I feel like somebody really needed that message. So, let's keep going. Group 1's week ahead. Group 1's week ahead. The week ahead for Group 1. Group 1's week ahead. The week ahead for Group 1. Okay. Ooh, that's always a lovely one to get. It says, don't forget to play. So important. Playing around, keeping things light. It's very important, especially with this 10 of Swords situation, to keep things light, to keep things airy, to keep things, make sure to give yourself time off, time to, move away from any drama, any social media drama, anything that's going on. There's so much going on in the world today, and it's so important to take time for yourself, especially with such, you have a queen here, you have a very high intense card, as well as a major arcana card, and then another pretty high energy there. So I feel like it's really important. Oh, and you even have wild, right? So I think it's really important to just play around, to chill, to try to find ways to maybe play a board game, or to play games with your family, or just in general playing games. I see that for you this week. I see you just playing around, especially with this wild energy. Like I was saying, you have that Queen of Wands, and you also have don't forget to play and wild. And I just feel like these energies so go together. And because the Queen of Wands, she's like the mother that is, she's like, I'm trying to come up with a way to explain her. Basically, she just has so much fire energy, right? You see she's on a dragon. She's very well regarded by her community. She's very much loved, but she does it for causes. She does it for the people she loves. She inspires the people that she's around. She makes sure to give inspiration and movement and momentum. It's a wild energy. She's very playful. So I feel like this type of energy is going to be really good for you this week, making sure you play, making sure to play maybe on more of your wild side as well, or, dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. So I even see more sunshine energy, because the Queen of Wands, she's very similar to fiery energy, so sunshine energy, going outside, maybe even having a fire or something, like a bonfire or grill out or something like that with these warmer temperatures. Something like that could be happening for you this month or this week. So let's see what else you have going on here. So I have to mention, sort of the eyesore in a way is the 10 of Swords. So there might have been a situation or a confrontation, an argument, a fight, or just in general some sort of emotional and mental heartache or something that's gone on, whether very personally or something more globally that's going on for you, where you're feeling possibly attacked or feeling mentally drained as well. And this card is all about getting up. So this energy has already happened. Whatever this is, this didn't happen this week. This has happened in previous times, and you're recovering from that and getting yourself back up and finding ways to change and move on from the situation. Adaptation, change will be better than you think. So I think if you're going to move on, see, she's even looking for, a way to get up. She's looking for a chance to just get herself out of this situation. I also see for you shedding even with that sun energy, right? So the sun can either be setting here or it could be rising, right? So it could be setting or it could be rising, and it's you rising up. I feel like the sun has set on this situation, or there still is because birds can also represent communication. So there still might be a communication issue with this person here. There might be something you need to shed away or to find a new dawn on and get back up. So I feel like there's going to be change on this situation. I think this is going to turn back in your favor. Things are going to come back for you. I also see that if you fight this energy coming in, this change, this adaptation, or just making sure to continue to change with things that are happening, the Seven of Pentacles is sort of coming in because of that. So the Seven of Pentacles is all about it's not time for harvesting necessarily, but you have planted something is growing. As you can see, she's got like grapes, but they're not ready yet, right? They're still not ripened, they're not ready to pick, they're not ready to be harvested. They're still at that stage. So it's just the waiting game. It's time to read a book, drink something, chill with your pets, do something else, or go and play, do something that isn't getting stuck in this situation, and just knowing that change is on its way. So I also want to mention the High Priestess, right? And the High Priestess is the intuitive side of ourselves. So it's the intuition that's hitting us. And so if you're not very connected to your intuition, it might just be that you will be much more this week. But I feel like your intuition is going to come in if you read tarot cards or runes or scry or anything like that, especially if you're into fire scrying. I see that for you with this Queen of Wands. These are things to maybe take action in, to find answers that you seek or anything like that. I feel like that might be coming in for you. I also want to mention that there's these black and white pillars and candles that are here, and it showcases that not everything is black and white. She happens to be right in the middle, right? So not everything in the world is black and white. Things have to be seen from both sides. You have to see the whole picture, right? So within and without. So things that are happening on the outside of the world, things that are happening on the higher plane, whatever you believe in, also is happening within you. So your energy and the energy that is of the sun and the moon and the earth and everything else like that is all mixing this week to create that intuition in you and to see what you need to see. So there might be an intuitive moment, an aha moment, or signs that you're going to be seeing this week. That definitely could be coming in. It might even be about this scene that is happening here, or going with your intuition on, when you should talk it out with possibly a person or talk it out about the situation. Make sure to use your intuition about that. Also be careful, because the Queen of Wands, as lovely as she is at bringing inspiration, she's not very good at handling things super nicely. So the Queen of Swords is the worst at it. She'll just tell you cutthroat what is happening. The Queen of Wands has a little bit more compassion, but she's definitely not going to hold back. She's going to tell you as it is, still be slightly compassionate, but there might be, even if this Queen of Wands energy that I was talking about, who this Queen of Wands is, if it resonates with someone in your life who maybe feels like they're on a pedestal, or they bring inspiration, but they also can be kind of harsh with their words, it's important to see if that's who this is, especially with this red coat, I feel like there might have been some sort of correlation there. So if that's true, I feel like this is turning. Maybe keep a very light attitude with them to keep things light, keep things not too deep, to resolve the situation. Because if you go too hard at it, it cuts deep. So be careful with that. So mostly I'm just seeing, that change will be better than you think. This wild energy coming in can be very playful and helpful to you. Believe in your otherworldly beauty as well. And the Queen of Wands, she's very beautiful. She's well renowned for that. So make sure that you're letting your beauty shine as well this week. I feel like people are going to see the beauty within you, especially within and without, especially since the High Priestess is all about mixing what's within and without. So I feel like people are going to be seeing you, or if you feel like it's this person, that person is going to be seen in a better light, that change is coming on its way, adaptation is coming. It's really important to get change around these times as well. So if you're waiting on something at the moment to come to fruition, to harvest, it's also important to just leave that alone. Don't overwater it, don't underwater it, don't try to fertilize it and do all these sorts of things. Just leave it alone, let that slow energy come in and it will grow on its own. So whatever this is for you, just let it take its time. It's kind of like that saying, like, if you watch a pot of water, it'll never come to boil because you're just, you're focusing on it too much. So be sure to take some time off, take some time for yourself this week. I kind of want to see what's going on for your charms because I feel like there's, kind of missing pieces here. So let's see what else you have going on in your energy of your week. Group 1. All right. Group 1, we're looking for the energy of Group 1. Group 1. We're looking for the energy of Group 1. Group 1. Group 1's week ahead. Week ahead for Group 1. Okay. So we have a few that fell here. So sometimes they fall in really weird places. So what do we have here? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in because I think everything really fell the way that we were expecting in terms of upright. So here in the center, we have the Tower charm, and the Tower charm represents, it's a huge movement and shift for change, right? So, especially with this change card, I even am seeing like different directions, so you might be changing your direction as well. It might be unrelated to this 10 of Swords, but just in general, you might be adapting and changing your direction. But change is happening, change from this situation. You're having a new dawn, a new day, something like that is coming in for you. I feel like you've possibly been chained down by finances or chained down to something, because we have the chain here, but we don't know what you were chained down from. Only you will know. It could be something regarding being more flexible, or maybe people feeling like you weren't being flexible enough. So that might be changing, or your idea on flexible stuff, but it can also mean you're chained down by your finances or by a financial situation, or something regarding work or a job situation was holding you back. But that change is coming for you. There's change coming in that regard. So we also have the overwhelmed charm, right? And the overwhelmed charm is all about when we are overfilling our cup, are overfilling our emotions, our mental state, overwhelming ourselves. So I think you've overwhelmed yourself this week. This also can be your own overwhelmingness. The 10 of Swords, as much as it can look like a scary card, it can also show how dramatic we can sometimes be about a situation. So be careful that you're not being too dramatic, or you're not like, this is so horrible, and you work it up inside your head. And be sure to kind of come back down to earth and see what that really is, and take that overwhelmed energy and use your intuition to see where is it truly upsetting, and where are you possibly holding it a little too high in your head. I also see with that don't forget to play that you need to open up your heart, open up yourself to, I'm even seeing, okay, so we have basically, let me explain. We have the like financial heart, right? Because this represents people giving us gifts or sometimes gifting to ourselves based off materialism. So like I always think of this as a bunch of pearls. So it makes me think of a gift or something that someone's gifting to us or giving to us, or a generous feeling in terms of love. So it's a lovely gesture. So I feel like you might be getting something from someone who's opened back up to you, because this is like a pants button. So sometimes, you know, we've opened a can of worms, and behind that, you know, there might be generosity and love that comes outside of that. So I feel like maybe a situation has happened where someone opened a can of worms. People weren't maybe too happy about it, but it's going to turn and change back into your favor. And like that conversation is going to be had, because we have, you know, them coming back, or if they don't come back, you know, and say sorry, or anything is resolved, or there's a conclusion to that, it might just be about you giving back to yourself, you know, finding love again for yourself. And possibly, because this is a little paper star, and a paper star showcases us manifesting and creating something all on our own. It's all about sort of transformation too, because this was just a piece of paper until you made it something else, right? So I think you're transforming, you're giving back to yourself, you're opening yourself back up, you're letting yourself play. And especially with that Queen of Wands too, right? We have the Queen of Wands here, or at least the Queen of Cups, one of the two. So if the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Cups somewhere in this situation where you're giving back to yourself, and maybe I see with that don't forget to play, it's got that sort of sacral chakra color. So I feel like with the sacral chakra, it's all about confidence. And she's super confident. Like, look at this Queen of Wands. She's so confident. She knows who she is. She knows what she's got. She knows what to do and where to go, right? And so I feel like you're going to just play around with confidence. Sometimes we have to, you know, confidence doesn't always come easy to everyone. So getting confident, getting back up, you know, trying again, letting change come in, feeling confident in the change that is coming in for you. I think that's super, super, super duper important. Maybe even being more flexible to change that is coming your way, because this also represents a loop or cycles in our lives. So there might be just a cycle of change that is coming in for you. It can also be like a turn of the wheel. So Litha's coming up, and with all that fiery energy, there might be something coming up around you know, that fiery energy of Litha. But if not, it just can mean like a turn of like we're heading towards summer, we're heading towards that sunny energy again. So I feel like there's also a sense of erasing things in your life, erasing things that aren't working for you. This can also mean like disinfecting maybe your house, or cleaning, because it can just be erasing things that we no longer want, things that are no longer serving us in either a small way, such as like, you know, cleaning your house, or in a very big way. So you'll know how big you need to go, how big this change is going to be. Because for some of you, I'm sensing a smaller change, and others of you, I see you coming back into your power, finding that confidence again, and finding your voice. And I see you, you know, I'll go ahead and start recapping basically, since I'm sort of already doing that. But basically, I just see you finding your voice, going within yourself to find, you know, the good and bad parts of ourselves, to find confidence again, you know, or even, you know, confide in another person to showcase, you know, you do have confidence. You do have people who look up to you, who see you as this Queen of Wands. But there's also moments where you need to be careful with your words if this is you, and if not, if you're the one feeling very hurt right now, or feeling very upset about a situation, maybe look within yourself, use your intuition to know, like, is this truly as bad as it is, you know, or can there be good change that comes from this? I'm also seeing with this finding closure and resolution with this person, with this 7 of Pentacles, there might be a need to talk it over, but take some time. Let them have the time they need to process the situation, or let yourself have the time to process the situation in which to move forward. Because if you are too close to the situation, if you're too close to it, you're staring at it, as the water isn't boiling, you're holding too much in, and eventually it needs to come out, but it's probably not best right away. A whole day takes 24 hours to come around, so maybe just wait it out. Change is also coming your way. There's maybe change from this overwhelming financial situation as well. There's also the don't forget to play, right? So let yourself play, let yourself be young again. Especially, I didn't even mention this with the Queen of Wands, but she's sitting on a dragon, right? And dragons are sort of like mythical creatures to some. So, let yourself play, let yourself be imaginative, let yourself play with this idea of confidence, this idea of victory, this idea of look at me, I'm a mother and I'm confident and I'm this and I'm that, or being confident in the adaptation of a new situation. I just feel like confidence is coming in for you, self-love, as well as transformation is coming in for you, erasing what no longer serves you, right? New cycles, new change is coming your way. So let that come in this week. Let change come in confidently. Change will be better than you think, right? Change will be better than you think. I just feel like I need to keep stating that for you guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope whatever needs to get resolved does in the timing that it needs to. Use your intuition to know that. I also want to mention thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you would like to support this channel even more, please be sure to give this video a like and to comment down below on how you felt this pile resonated with you, and if not, feel free to check out piles 2 or 3. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. It really, truly helps this channel move along, and I appreciate all of the support that I've been given so far. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I'm rooting for you all the way. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this Mammoth on this marbled stone, then this is the pile for you. I'm going to go ahead and set this down here. I hope you guys had a wonderful week last week, and I hope you guys are doing well with the craziness that this year has already brought along with it. So we're going to be using the charms here, the Watercolor Oracle, the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Sea Melodies deck, the Language of Flowers deck, and we'll see what just comes up. So let's go ahead and start with your tarot cards. So Group 2, we're looking into the energy of Group 2's week ahead, the week ahead of Group 2. What does Group 2 need to know about their week ahead? The week ahead for Group 2, the week ahead for Group 2. Looking into the energy of the week ahead for Group 2. So let's see here. Not much is coming out yet, so feel free to bring your intuition and your energy through the screen for me. It helps. So Group 2, we're looking for Group 2, the energy for Group 2's week ahead. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups, week ahead for Group 2, the week ahead for Group 2, the week ahead for Group 2. So we have the Tower, Group 2's week ahead, the week ahead for Group 2, the week ahead for Group 2. Okay. And our last one is, the 3 of Cups. So I'll show you guys those more in a second. Let's go ahead and look at your Sea Melodies. So oh my goodness. Group 2, we have meditate, make some quiet time to still the air. So there's some meditate for you with these little balancing rocks. So I'll let you meditate on that card. So sorry. while I do your next one. So group two, we're looking for the energy of group two's week ahead. Anything that group two needs to know about their week ahead. So we have cooperation, take the hand offered or ask. Wow, what a powerful message that one is. Okay, so the last one we'll pull here, group two's week ahead, Oh my goodness. So I'm going to honestly take, I don't know why I feel like I need to take all three. So I'm going to take all three. We have here, grow, evolve, and transform. Harvest your blessings and breathe in a fresh new start. Wow. Already feeling that for you guys, especially that fresh new start, because you have the tower here, and the tower in most decks represents like sudden change, and people are falling out of the tower, and it's struck by lightning, and people are like flying out, and it's like this horrible scene, right? Like nobody really likes looking at the tower card, right? But in this case, what I love that this deck has done and has brought the energy to this card is that the tower can be brought on by yourself as well. So sometimes we evoke change because we know we need it. We bring sudden change because we know we need it in our lives. And so change is coming for you. And a fresh new start is coming for you, right? You're breaking down a foundation, an energy in which you no longer need, or you knew you didn't need anymore. You're breaking that down, you're letting go of it, you're erasing it, you're moving on and starting to create an entirely new tower for yourself, right? So she looks pretty happy about the situation, right? She's kind of like, yes, I did that. I wanted that. Yes. So if you're feeling like that, then this is probably the energy you need, right? Because it also says breathe in a fresh new start. And it's all about fresh new starts, right? Not just a new start, one you needed, a fresh new one. Because it's not a stagnant new start. It's not something that doesn't have much merit behind it. It's like you're ready to just breathe it in and let it come in, right? It's fresh, it's lovely, it's good, it's lush. You needed it. It's also important to mention you also had the grow, evolve, transform affirmation, right? So grow, evolve, and transform. That's also what's happening here, right? She's growing, she's outgrown this tower. She's ready to move on, make a new tower. She's ready. It even could be that you're maybe moving. Maybe you've outgrown a space, right? Sometimes I can see this as like you're literally outgrowing a space. You've evolved and transformed and grown out of space. You've outgrown something in your life you've outgrown. Either that's a space, like a physical space, or it could be an idea or a foundation of belief. Anything like that is on the table. So take what is resonating for you and, just breathe in that fresh new start, right? It might even be that you need to meditate on this situation. So meditation can mean to also breathe in a fresh new start, like breathe in good, healthy air, but it can also mean to take the time to meditate on a situation, to meditate on what you have done or what you needed to change, meditate on how you want to move forward, make some quiet time in the still air, right? So still air means that it's not stagnant, but it's still. It's calm. It's ready to just chill out, sit down somewhere, and make some quiet time. So this also can just mean, if you're not contemplating something, it can just be that you need to take some time out this week. Take some time for yourself. Take some time to legit meditate if you're interested in meditation, or if not that, listening to ASMR, reading a good book, going outside and listening to the birds. Just being mindful of where you are and what you're doing is really important this week. So another reason I feel like you need to meditate on a situation is because we have the Seven of Cups here. And the Seven of Cups is all about indecision, not being able to make up your mind, not really sure where you want to go. So you may have, evoked this change, but you're maybe not sure where you want to go now. You're like, okay, I did it, but what am I supposed to do now? I don't have a tower anymore. I feel like it was very sudden, just like the tower card is, and so you kind of aren't sure now what you want to do. Like, see here, she's like, do I want a castle? Do I want love? Do I want money? Do I want the stars? Do I want to grow? Do I want inspiration? Whatever it is, it's just other people are being patient around you while you make this decision. So don't feel forced. I definitely feel that. I feel support by somebody. I feel like you're supporting someone. You might even be supporting someone in a decision this week. But either way, and I didn't even mention, but okay, well, anyway, either way, I feel like there's going to be help, whether you're the person who needs help making a decision or if you're helping someone make a decision. Sorry, I didn't even finish that sentence because I just remembered we had cooperation down here. Cooperation, take the hand offered or ask. And like I said, I do really feel like it's you who's trying to figure out where you're going to go next, where you're going to go and evolve, where you're going to move forward, where this fresh new start even begins, right? So I think that you're trying to figure out where you want to go, and a good way to do that is to meditate, but it also can come from the people who support you, right? The people who support you, who are on your side, because the Three of Cups represents celebration. So I feel like the people who support you right now are like, yes, thank you. You broke down that tower. You didn't need that relationship. You didn't need that house. You didn't need that form of thinking. You didn't need, whatever it is. You broke it down, you moved past that foundation, and you're ready to create a healthy new start. And I feel like these people are celebrating with you, and especially since there's that full moon, which for me, the full moon hasn't passed yet, because I recorded this before the full moon, but for you guys, the full moon has already passed. So you might have had a celebration or some sort of victory or something that happened around the full moon or is about to happen early on in this week, because the full moon energy is still around. The moon is still in a very full state as it's coming on its way down through the wane. So I feel like you're going to be cooperating. Take the hand offered or ask. And I feel like somebody's going to be offering you emotional help, especially since a decision can be very emotional. I feel like this decision you're going to be making is very emotional, right? And I feel like there's people around you ready to cooperate and take that hand and help you out. Like, there's also this harvest your blessings, right? And harvest your blessings is all about harvesting, what the universe is giving to you, what support is coming in, who's blessing you with things. Harvesting is just, you've had something grow for a while. It's been growing and you're ready to harvest from that situation. So I even see from the tower, maybe you're learning about yourself from having broken it down, because sometimes we have to break something or ruin something or drop something before we can learn about it, right? Like, a good example is like my brother used to take pens and break them apart and, try to figure out how they worked. And sometimes you have to break a situation or, really analyze and drop down all of the walls before you can build it back up and see how each brick really worked together. So I see you maybe meditating on that, finding out where, you're growing and evolving to harvest these blessings, harvest blessings out of a maybe crappy situation that's happened, or, a belief that you no longer believe, and why do you not? So I see questioning, I see you meditating on that situation of the tower. I see you meditating to move forward in your life and where that forward movement is coming, and I see support on your side, fresh new starts and cooperation. So really, really great energy, lots of change, but I think this is something you are ready for. I don't think you weren't ready to make this change. It's just, now where are you going to go? So let's go ahead and look at the charms that are coming in for you guys this week. I'm curious what else there is. So I'm just out of breath. I feel like I've been talking a little bit too fast. So let me know if I was speaking like a bajillion miles per hour, but I just, you got to get it out when you got to get it out. And sometimes it's hard for me to slow down. So anyway, I won't waffle on anymore. Let's go ahead and look at your charms and see what's coming in for you. Group 2. Group 2, you're looking at Group 2, the energy and guidance for the week ahead for group 2. We're looking at group 2's week ahead, group 2's week ahead, the week ahead for group 2, group 2's week ahead. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you got the Tower charm, which, I mean, super positive in this case. So I'm going to take the things that, fell upside down and sort of put those aside real quick. You got kind of similar charms to group 1, interestingly. I was stirring that for a while, so a little surprised there, but I'm going to go ahead and move you in. So, here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what you have going on here. First off, I am going to talk about this because we have something inside it, which is a sense of emotional intuition, which, right, we had all those 7 of cups. We had the cups of the 3 girls celebrating with you, because the 3 of cups is all about support and celebration with friends and family. So what do we have underneath there? We have community. So important, right? So use your intuition, let other people in to help you build a community or build a new foundation, right? I even see a tower here, right? So we had a tower. We broke that tower down. You're using your intuition to create a new change, and you're moving to build that back up. And that's wonderful energy, right? Using yourself to know where you want to go, using your community to actually build this back up. Like, you don't have to you may have broke down the tower by yourself, but you're going to have others there to support you, and they're like, yes, you broke it down, we're ready to build this back up with you. So you might even be making new friends this week. Very cool energy. So what else do we have here? You also might be having somebody come in and speak to you this week. So there might be, because this says Haya on it, so I feel like somebody might be coming in to say hello or to speak to you, or just say, like, send a text, maybe someone you haven't talked to for a while, because we have another sort of calming charm. This represents to be calm. It represents, just blue energy in general, which for me represents, calm, watery energy, emotional energy. So I feel like they might be coming in for emotional support to bring you logic and calming energy. Another reason I say this too is because I have a couple different puzzle pieces in my charm set, and this puzzle piece has sort of waters on it, and I always felt like when I was a kid these looked like people, right, like little heads. So I feel like there's people, like we had that 3 of cups, right? So we have 3 people coming in, and then we have you, right? So you're another one of those people. You're bringing logic to the situation. You're bringing emotional calm. And maybe somebody else in general might be coming in too. Like, there might be a 4th person that isn't being mentioned here. So we also have the number 13. And the number 13, for some people, is super unlucky. But for me, I find it a pretty lucky number, and for like personal reasons. So 13 might mean something to you. For me, it just represents like taking luck out of an unlucky situation. So because people see it so unluckily, it's changing your perspective towards seeing it in a different way. And I also, it didn't really fall on a moon phase, but it did fall between the two different waning moons. So it might just be that you're sort of reflecting on your perspective of where you want to go with this new tower. We also have 3 different charms sort of bundled together here. So one is of like a budding, it looks like little budding flowers, like spring flowers. And then you also have the eraser and change. So I see you budding new growth because you change something. So you erase something away, you erase that foundation to bring forth change, right? And this butterfly represents not new change necessarily, because butterflies come from caterpillars, and caterpillars have to go through a long journey of change to get there. And I think you just sort of was like, wipe clean, let's move on. So because of that, that might be where that indecision is coming in, because it happened so suddenly for you. And then so you're just ready to learn how to sort of be both the butterfly and be at the very beginning of something. So just balancing those two energies there. We also have the 5, which represents, again, change. 5 is the number of change. So I know I've said it a bunch of times. Change is big for you. You're changing a foundation, you're changing a community, you're changing how you maybe speak to people, how you see or have a perspective. You're erasing and changing things in your life. You're bringing about change for new growth. And the other charm I haven't talked about is there's this little doodly heart, right? So I always think of like when you have a crush, you doodle around on your paper, you write their name, you know, you may not have always done these things, but stereotypically when you have a crush, you're like writing their name everywhere and you're doing little quizzes and you're doodling little hearts and all that kind of stuff because you're in like that puppy love little phase. So maybe, you're ready to start a new chapter for love. Maybe you're ready to find love. Maybe someone you've been crushing on has changed your perspective. That might even be that 4th person coming in, that there might be just change in your love life or how you love and accept other people. That could be changing as well. So it's just ready for new budding growth. So because it's a new relationship in terms of like a crushing on, I feel like you're just, budding stages of loving or loving yourself or finding love for other people. Love is involved in this change. So I'm going to go ahead and recap for you, group 2. You had a lot of different cards come up, but I feel like the energy was all really working together. It's just a big mark of the Tower is for change, the Tower is for good, and so I just see you breaking this tower down this week. Something's going to happen where you're like, I'm over it. We're breaking the tower down. Maybe it's even something related to a community or to these people, but they're supporting you. This community is on your side, ready to help you out. Maybe someone else is even coming in to be more on your side too. Because there's a sense of cooperation, they're cooperating with you, they're ready to take the hand offered or ask. So if they're not offering you support immediately, be sure to ask for that support. I also see meditate, right? So take some time out. This can be something completely unrelated to the Tower. But in general, when we're breaking down foundations of things that are in our lives, we need time to process that. We need time to meditate and time to just sit with what has just happened so we can move forward towards this indecision, to create a decision what route we're going to take, what path we're going to take, right? So I see change happening for you, lots of celebration, love, all that sort of stuff. I see your perspective changing. A lot of things are changing, but I don't think it's for a bad reason. I feel like you're ready for this. I feel like it was something you were ready for. You're ready to breathe in that fresh new start, evolve, grow, and transform, and also harvest your blessings. Where are you blessed right now? Where is the universe bringing in blessings for you? Where are you blessed in that? And where are you harvesting from this? We can always harvest good from something that maybe was more destructive. Like I was talking about, each brick makes the tower. So how do they all come together to create the tower that you lost and the tower that you decide to rebuild? And how do you rebuild better? These are questions to ask yourself this week and see what comes out, see what comes forward. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really do have this tower moment and that it is as blessed and beautiful and evolving with change as these cards are showcasing. I really do wish the best for you guys. I also want to mention just thank you for all of the support that you've given to me on this channel and during these times. It really does mean a lot to me, honestly. And if you want to support this channel even further, please be sure to give this video a like and to post down in the comments how you felt this resonated with you. Anything else you want to mention about the channel, about the readings, anything like that, I'd love to know. Also, if you want to subscribe, please be sure to do so and hit that little notification bell to see any of my future uploads and weekly readings that are coming forward. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Hello group 3, I hope that you guys are doing well. If you chose this seed pod, then this is the pile for you. I'm going to go ahead and set that down for you over here before it maracas the whole thing. Just in the background, we just got like this little maraca going. So we're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot cards today, as well as the Sea Melodies deck, the Language of Flowers, my own personal little oracle affirmation watercolor set, and I never know what to call them, and the charms. So let's go ahead and get started for you. So I hope you guys are doing well with the crazy changes that are happening in the world today. So let's just see what you have going on for your week ahead, right? So let's see what's going on for group 3. Group 3's week ahead. Group 3's week ahead. We're looking for group 3's week ahead. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords. All right. So group 3's week ahead. Ooh, got our last 2 cards here. All right, we have the Emperor and the 6 of Wands. And what I find interesting too already, I'm just going to mention this real quick, is we have the Emperor, right? And he's the 4, and we have the 4 of Swords. So I really feel like these cards are connected for you. So I'll speak on them in a second. Let's go ahead and do your Sea Melodies deck here. So, oh my goodness, that keeps happening today. This deck is just really speaking. So we have Dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. And look, we have this crescent moon and a crescent moon here. And the stars, I feel like you guys are either nightly kind of people, night owls, or there's just some sort of energy around the moon happening for you guys. So I'd be really interested to see if anything falls on the crescent moons for you, or waning gibbous moons for you as well. So let's see what's going on for you. Group 3's week ahead. Group 3's week ahead. We're looking for the week ahead for group 3. Group 3's week ahead. Group 3's week ahead. Kind of felt this one for some reason. So we have geranium, virility, shake it up a little, you've got this, right? So I feel like with the dancing, the shaking it up, I just feel like there's both rest and like maybe getting a little like dancing sometime in the night. I don't know. So let's see what else we have going on here. I feel like I want to speak before they continue speaking for themselves. So let's keep seeing what else you have going on. Group 3. So we also have what if, right? What if? Sometimes we can get so in our heads that we don't really know, like, what if something happened? And there's both a good and a bad side to that. It's like the saying or expression, like, do you see this glass half empty or half full? What if things went right? What if everything went in the correct direction? What if you got your victory, right? And the reason why I mention victory is because you have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is all about victory. You know, it's about being victorious, being well known, achieving something, success coming your way, and being well renowned for that. See, like, when I first saw this card, I was like, oh, okay, she like won an award and she's like perfect, and everybody, you know, there could be the side of you feeling like maybe you're not this, but then if you really look at it, like, she's giving back, she's very generous. She doesn't seem like she really loves the spotlight, but she does love that she's achieved something and other people see that in her. You know, what if things go well for you? What if there is a victory coming in your coming on your way, and that the people who know you, the people who really truly support you, are there to see it? How cool is that, right? So what if this comes into your life? What if you could be, you know, this girl right here? So we also have like sort of two different energies happening here. So we have the shake it up a little, but then we also have the Four of Swords, which showcases you needing time to rest, taking time to sleep, taking time out of things. Like this card is all about the long haul. So if you're working on goals right now, if you're working towards this victory, towards this what if situation, towards, whatever it is you're wanting to conquer or, like really take on, like whatever this challenge is that you're really excited about and want to pursue to, like shake it up and go for, you also need to take time for yourself, take time to sleep, make sure you're eating food, make sure you're sitting out, make sure you're, meditating, whatever it is, just take time for you and really lay down. Maybe even a nap is needed. Whatever it is, recharge, recharge your batteries. That's all this card really needs to say to you. Because as you see, she's taking a nap. She put her all of her swords down. She put everything down. She's got her hat off. She's gotten comfortable. She's got her little kitty. Everything she needs is just right by her when she's ready for it. But she doesn't need to be doing it 24/7. So if you're a night owl like me, sometimes I have a hard time just settling down and letting my brain, my inspiration chill out, and then coming back to it the next day. What if you actually have time to achieve all of your goals? Yes, but what if you need to sleep? That's the other thing I'm seeing here. So we also have the Emperor, right? And the Emperor with that 4, I feel like they're connected. And this is nighttime energy too with this Emperor. He kind of is chilling at night. You can see the dog. He's quite a nurturing Emperor. He's not like the Queen or the King of Swords where he's like, it's my way or the highway kind of thing. But he knows how to be a really good leader, right? And with this 6 of Wands, I feel like you are learning how to be a good leader, learning how to be in the spotlight. If you have a brand or you're a celebrity or you're well known for your face or for your brand or for whatever it is, that's coming into the spotlight this week. It's also showcasing, where do you want to lead? What is your map? What do you want to bring to other people? What is your message? What is your brand? Whatever that is, what are you trying to speak to the world? The stars tell us things. If you look hard enough, they'll guide us. So where are you guiding and leading your people or your brand or your, whatever it is? Where are you bringing guidance this week to them? Because I do see guidance. I see time for yourself. I see you taking time for yourself at night, but I also see you guiding people in a new light, guiding people towards whatever it is that you want to be known for, or your brand known for, or who do you want to be in this world and known for. So beyond that what if, we also have dance and virility. Dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. So we don't really have any sea or anything like that happening here, but we do have these 2 crescent moons. And what's important to note about the 4 of Swords with this moon particularly is, like I said, you need to take rest and away from inspiration. And the reason why I say that is because this is the crescent moon of the waxing phase. And the waxing phase is about making goals, making forward movement. And then the next moon after that is this moon, which is the action moon. So I feel like it's time to take rest and really look at what goals you want. As well, because as well as just taking rest for yourself in terms of like a physical sense, it's also taking time to really think about your actions. Where do you want to have this action? What is your game plan? Really meditate on that and see like what do you really want? What are you really trying to tell your people, your community? Because I feel like you're in the spotlight. You have some sort of reach, right? You have some sort of influence. And people are listening to you. Outside of that, you have dance as well in terms of just literally dancing. You might be interested in dancing. There might be a musical element to you this week. There might be music coming in, maybe music to relax you, maybe music to move you or inspire you. It might be time to shake it up a little. You've got this, just sort of play around with that energy, see what comes up for you. Because I just see you kind of like shaking things up. Maybe you're changing your brand. Maybe you're changing your outreach. Maybe you're changing, your course of action. You're dancing around, playing around with different things. It's kind of a playful energy. Dancing is, so just play with it, see what comes up. What if it goes right? What if this dancing and this inspiration leads towards something? What if? So let's go ahead and move on to your charms group 3 and see what comes up for you. I'm curious maybe where this what if is coming in. I'm also curious more about what you're shaking up, because I know you're shaking up possibly your change of action. Oh my gosh. Music, right? You chose this one, and it's the only one that has sound and music. I hadn't even thought about that. So there's definitely a musical element, right? There's definitely some sort of beat. Maybe you're finding your rhythm. I see that too for you. So let's go ahead and see what you have going on for your charms group 3. Group 3, charms for group 3. Peek ahead. What does group 3? Oh my goodness. A couple just fell in my lap. So I'll put those back. So group 3, we're looking for group 3, the energy of group 3 for their week ahead. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go pick up some charms. Give me a moment. All right, so I'm back. Dropped a few charms. It's all good. It happens sometimes. Charms can get a little messy, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of the charms you have going on here. Oh my gosh, you have more music. Okay, so let's see here. You have quite a lot going on here in the center, so I'm kind of curious what's going on there. If I sound out of breath, it was because I had to get up. And, that's energy. So let's see what's going on for you. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. Group 3. We'll see what's going on. So you're not missing anything on these 2 moons if you're worried about it. So the first thing I'm going to mention I normally start with the center where the focus is, but I feel like I need to talk about this little mouse, right? So we have this little mouse here, and he is unhappy. He didn't get his cheese today. He's kind of pessimistic. He's, kind of defensive. So I feel like you might be defensive about something right now, and the fact that it fell directly on this moon is just telling me more of that crescent moon energy. So you might be feeling defensive about taking a rest. I see that for you because you might just not be wanting to take that rest. It might be that you're just not interested in taking this rest because it is almost the opposite moon. And with this moon, we're ready to get started. We're ready to start heading into this moon cycle. It's also about rest, but you're kind of defensive about it. You're I don't want rest. I want to keep going towards my goals. But if you don't take that time to sort of meditate on what you need and where you want your plans to go, they might not go in the direction that you are expecting. The other reason I say this is because we have the spike here, right in the center, right through everything that's going on, right through your inspiration, right through your finances, right through everything. It's just so, oops, I dropped it just a moment. So, this energy of spiking into everything and sort of killing everything out before you even really had a chance, this defensive energy, it's not good for you. It's not the energy you need. So slow down, slow your roll, let yourself rest. This is so needed for you this week. I really feel it. And if you're already feeling that defensive energy now, maybe reflect on what if you took the time out? Why are you so worried about it? Where is this defense coming from? Maybe ask those questions to yourself. There's also a sense of Taurus energy here, which is stable energy. Tauruses are very stable. I myself am a Taurus sun, so I really love Taurus energy personally, but I know some people, they really work off of that fiery energy. And so maybe if you take this, defensiveness out, you can find a more stable energy for yourself, a more stable new beginning. And we also have this peppermint, which can make you think of Christmas, right? But I also think of peppermint being very like energizing. So I feel like, again, if you take that time out, you're going to recharge yourself, recharge your batteries, find that energy again to move forward and start a new beginning full of abundance, right? Because this is a pumpkin seed. It's kind of a dirty pumpkin seed now because it's been in my charms, but it's a pumpkin seed nonetheless. And pumpkin seeds come in abundance. If you have ever carved a pumpkin, you will know there's tons of pumpkin seeds inside of a pumpkin. So I feel like with endurance and with time and with taking time out, you're going to find that stable energy, that energy to bring abundance into your life, bring prosperity into your life, bring forth a new beginning into your life, because it's also a seed. And not only energizing, but endurance too. I'm just feeling endurance. As well as like, this is a financial chain, right? So one of the other groups also got this, but finances can sometimes chain us down, but sometimes it's also like, where is your community? Where are you chained? Where is your money coming from? Where does that fall? So it might be a good thing to reflect on that as well this week, and if your money is tied into the inspiration that you have, because this is like a little candle, a little birthday candle. So it also can represent like birthdays happening this week. So if anybody's having a birthday this week, congratulations, happy birthday. But outside of that, it also just means inspired wishes and, going after your wishes too, because wishes come from half effort from like the universe that you're asking, but it also comes from yourself. Like, you can wish something, but you have to kind of meet the universe halfway. That's kind of what wishes are. They're sort of manifestation. So these wishes and birthdays, and maybe a person with whom is a Taurus in your life is having a birthday or wishing or celebrating something with a J, right? Because we have a little J here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little J. So it might be somebody you're related to a J, or someone you know who has a name with a J. Something is related to this J. So that's sort of your focus, just moving past that like spiky energy to let this stuff come in, because you're just sort of spiking through it right now and like passing it by, and it's such good energy for you. Outside of that, we kind of have these 4 groups, right? So I'm going to talk about each of them sort of together. So here we have this is like a nostalgic clip for me. So it makes me think of nostalgia, pinning something up, looking at something, maybe critiquing it, something like that is happening. And we also have sort of sun energy, but also just manifestation energy. So I feel like you might be giving sort of a youth in your life, someone who's younger than you, giving some nostalgic tips, some wisdom, possibly. Or maybe someone else in your life is giving you wisdom as well, or giving you a step forward towards your goals. Maybe this Taurus energy is coming in. I also see you making changes in your life, because we have the butterfly here. The butterfly also can remind me of nostalgia, because it's also a clip. So I feel like there might be more nostalgia, maybe someone bringing calm towards you, maybe someone coming into your life, or maybe just in general this calming energy is a new change, or something you've not really tried out before, something, like I said, you've kind of resisted, and now you're trying it out, and it's actually bringing about good change for you. I also said music and dance was important, right? So we had music and we have this dance card. And so I feel like music is coming in for you, and you're going to find love in music again. You're going to find release in music. So music is really important to you. So really go after it this week. And possibly a song related to an N, or an artist that you know that's related to an N, something like that, some sort of N energy there. And lastly, we have both this 12 energy, which 12 just makes me think of harmony twice, because 6 represents harmony. So if you have harmony twice, like I was thinking, there's that split energy, that 2 sides, that where one side needs to meet the other side to create wishes come true. I feel like harmony finds itself in the middle. as well as intuition being shown too, about like some sort of gambling. Maybe you're into gambling, or gambling with an idea, gambling with a new perspective, or gambling with some new idea that you've been sort of planning out, like this emperor energy, right? Like whatever you're trying to do for your business or towards just a creative thing, I feel like you're using your intuition to manifest that. Alongside your intuition, I do see you also, this is like a silver lining as well, charm. So there might be a silver lining about something you gambled, maybe gambling with your money, gambling with an idea, something like that. There's a silver lining there. So if things go bad or things go good, there's a silver lining either way. So I'm going to go ahead and recap for you guys here, group 3. I feel like you have a pretty good week going on already. I mean, it's all about rest, about taking time for yourself, shaking things up. But it's like both shaking things up energy, finding like where your new path is, mapping that out, but also taking rest, so you can bring this victory coming in. You kind of have to work with both energies, both sides, right? So be sure you're not deflecting or being defensive or just passing this energy by. Let maybe these Taurus friends or other people come in, give you some help. And always ask yourself, like, what if in a positive way? Like, what if things go out and work out right, What if you shake it up and you try this new direction and everybody loves it and it's actually better than you imagined? Like, gamble with it a little bit. Maybe it's going to be good for you. So I'm going to leave you with that. Oh, also in music. Music is super important this week, so let that music come in. I don't feel like it's a super crazy week or anything, super harsh for you guys, but it is like a week that, might involve a little bit of rest in order to move forward. So maybe this isn't a week that a lot of things are happening, but you're mapping things out, you're trying things out, you're gambling and playing around, finding advice, that kind of stuff. It's an endurance, a thing that takes time, but if you have the enthusiasm, it's there. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for watching Group 3. I really appreciate it. You're supporting this channel with every time you watch a video, or, if you're new to the channel, thank you as well for watching. I really appreciate it as well. Be sure to give this video a like if you'd like to support this channel even more, and let me know down below if you felt like this resonated with you and like maybe what this new direction is. I'd be really interested to know. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to see any of my future uploads. I upload every single Monday, so hope you enjoy each video that comes out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much, and bye!